Well, hello. We're back from the PCA in Vegas, back in our comfortable surroundings of our nice smoke rings here patio. Really
very comfortable out
comfortable,
today.
Right?
A little cold outside,
but it's nice in here.
Makes a difference.
Nice in here. So we'll finish our recap. I made some notes on some of the things we've seen. It happened at Vegas from the show, and some new offerings coming out from the existing from our existing
a lot of
vendors that we buy from.
A lot of line extensions and things that you know, I like that line extensions more than a totally new blend, new brand all the time.
It's just hard because you don't know, and there's only so much room on the shelves in the humidor.
And you know what manufacturer you're dealing with, you know what you're getting. You know the quality, you know that they're not going to sacrifice, they're not going to put anything out that they're not behind. So
okay. So here, my first one on the list, because I was always a big fan of this company and their cigars, is Padron. So Padron, later this year, I believe September, October, are going to release their 60th anniversary cigar, which not much information on it right now, except it's going to be released in September, October.
Couldn't even tell us how much it's going to cost.
Yeah, but you know, it's not going to be a $10 stick, but
no,
it's something definitely worth trying.
Yeah, I mean, 60-year anniversary, it's a big deal. So.
Absolutely. And then he had a nice, I don't know what you would call it, unveiling of his company and his father that we've known from years ago.
A little docuseries.
I couldn't think of the word, on how the company started, where they're at, what they're doing, and that's just one of them cigars. You know, the box, the band, never changed.
Yeah,
and he told me
a story of why he didn't change.
So if you smoke the Padron Classic series, as we call it, the 1000 series, 2, 3, 4, 5,000, just a small band, brown band on the cigar, nothing fancy about it, nothing simple. Says Padron. So he's George Padron, who is the president and CEO of the company now, and tells a story. You know, a year or two after he got out of college, he joins his father's company, and you know, he's really into it, and he says he goes into his dad's office the one day. He says, "Dad, I want to talk to you about the cigars and the band." "All right, you know, whatever you want, you know." And he said, so I went on and on. We got to change his band on this box because it's nothing flashy. It doesn't get seen in the humidor. It's just plain and simple. And he says, I went on, gave him all these reasons for half an hour and all these. My dad sat there, listened to me.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Listened to me the whole time on the whole spiel, and I thought, oh, yeah, he's really going for it. And then my dad said, are you done? And he said, that's the craziest fucking idea I ever heard you come up with. But keep coming with them, but that's not even up for discussion.
He said, we had no problem selling them for like the last 20 years. He said, why change it now?
He said, all right, enough of that.
I'm never changing that band.
Enough of that. But that was a good story. But he had a nice story on his family, his business, cigars, which you got to expect. And the Fuente Padron collaboration is slowly trickling into the market.
Yes. Yeah, it started to
We
ship.
didn't get any yet, but
I think they said they released about 10 boxes
10
so
boxes,
far.
So that's good news. 3 years coming.
Yeah.
Or more.
The dam is opening. The water is starting to come out.
Starting to trickle in.
So sooner or later that. Plus, there's also on the way in is the Padron Black, which is the second time that it's been released in probably the last 10 years. Very, very limited amount is going to come out to everybody. And then, you know, whatever. It's actually an order we placed 2023's PCA trade show.
Yeah.
So it still hasn't come in yet, but what you ordered is what you get, and eventually you'll get that as well. I'm looking forward to that on the Padron side.
And then how about, what did you like at Plasencia? I have them on my notes here.
The Colorado.
The
Colorado is something that I really enjoyed. Is a little bit of a different wrapper than what I'm used to. Mm-hmm. Honestly, the only other brand that I know that has that Colorado Oscuro is La Flor Dominicana.
Yeah.
And neither one of them have like a ton of it.
Right.
So it's a pretty unique wrapper.
Yeah, but Plasencia cigars have been getting a lot more steam lately. You know, making some nice product, nice cigars, quality sticks.
Yeah.
And different sizes and ring gauge than you're used to seeing.
Yep.
A lot of times, which is good. Dunbarton. Steve Sack at Dunbarton.
I mean, I'm smoking.
What could you say?
I'm smoking this Wagashi, right? I mean, quality, excellence. You know, no nonsense.
No nonsense.
You know, a straight shooter. You know, he's going to tell you how it is, but he makes damn good cigars.
No doubt.
Right. So we got the Sobremesa Brûlée, the Wagashi, going to be released. New size Sin Compromiso number 4, which is like a Robusto size. I think a lot of people have been waiting for that size in the Sin Compromiso.
And how about then, if I'm probably going to pronounce it wrong, with Pepita?
Polpetta.
The Polpetta is going to be a nice...
Yeah, Polpetta. You know, we've probably burned through 3 or 4 orders of them already. Yep. So, you know, we're waiting for that. The Red Meat Lovers is a home run, hands down. Everybody that has smoked it is like kicking themselves why they didn't grab a box of 10, simple buy-in.
And what's going to be, I think, the big hit when we get in with our order, to show order, is the cutters that he developed that aren't for sale. So it's going to be like an event type of thing, buy a box, or who, I don't know, we're not sure.
It's a $385 retail cutter.
But you got to see this cutter.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd never spend on a cutter, but this one
I would
might be
on that cutter.
I mean, that's nice. And the unicorn.
Yep, we got the Brulee blue unicorn. We got the black unicorns coming, as well as the GFY Lancero. Boxes of 10, pre-order. What we order, they're being made to order, and that's it. So also got the Umbagog Bronzeback, which is a line extension for them, slightly different type than the originals. So none of that's shipped yet. It's going to take a little while for that stuff to come in. Some of it's not coming in until October, but exciting. A lot of exciting stuff. And
then Fuente, I don't know what you want to call it. They're starting to tease us a little bit with the black pink or pink black. I'm not sure. Is that? Yeah. So it is, you know, it's a teaser. You don't know nothing about it. Didn't even see it there except the box.
No. You know, so, and that's typical. You'll see something, and it's supposed to be out this year, but it's a rare pink black version. So the Dubai, the 25th anniversary as well. Yep. Supposed to be released. Word on the street is there's going to be some Casa Fuente hitting the market. Yep. You know, so the very last time that it'll be hitting the market. Yeah. So, you know, other than being able to get it in Las Vegas. So I'm excited for that. I know a lot of guys wait for that. And
then I also like that collaboration, like with the book on the Fuente history, that comes with 22 different cigars that are not sold any other way except with this, with the book in 22 different sizes, blends from the Opus, from the pink to
real unique stuff.
Real unique stuff with that. But they were my notes on like the really special stuff that stood out. Besides, you know, the normal stuff that we're gonna keep rolling in.
Yep. One that I'm excited about is from my father is a line extension in the Fonseca brand, which is typically, you know, nice, light, mild Connecticut creamy cigar. They're coming out with a San Andres wrapper for the Fonseca.
So, yeah, you're a big fan of San Andres.
You know, and the reason that you're seeing a lot of San Andres is it's just really difficult to get any kind of Connecticut broadleaf right now. And that's, well, probably that's going back 2-3 years until stuff hits the market. So there's a shortage on that. You know, they pivot, but a lot of people are using that San Andres right now. And I'm a huge fan of it. Huge fan of it.
And then the last thing I have from our Vegas PCA trip, and I don't know, how did this happen? We get back, we rented an Airbnb to stay. It's a little more comfortable. You have a little more room around. We get back from, you know, dinner, some cigars, some gambling. There's a dozen Krispy Kremes on our porch.
Yeah.
Where'd they come from?
I know where they came from.
Where'd they come from?
DoorDash.
Who DoorDashed that, huh?
I called your wife.
Where else? Where else can you do that?
I said, delete the app off his phone. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning, and we're being greeted by Krispy Kremes at the door.
Sweet.
Which was pretty impressive.
Didn't stop you from indulging.
Listen, I'm not going to be rude.
Right?
That would be rude.
That was pretty good. I need a little sweet tooth.
Oh, yeah.
That was after Arizona Charlie's, which is a story for another time.
Yeah.
On the Arizona Charlie's.
Yeah.
So
some other time. But yeah, it was a great trip, very productive. It's been a busy week since we got back.
No doubt, because the shit's shown up already.
Thousands of boxes of cigars have shown up.
Right?
So,
so we got to start selling them. We're running out of room, maybe.
Name of the game.
Right?
Yeah.
And then the last thing for this talk is I was just reading in the past week. So they released it always takes a couple months after how many cigars were imported in the previous year into the United States in premium cigars. And I think the number was around like 450 some million cigars.
Yeah.
Which probably the biggest ever. It's always
It
been
is
around 400.
It's the largest.
So it's ever, which is great news for a lot of cigars coming in.
Yeah.
But the thing that surprised me most, the top 5 countries that they came from. So of course the top, top 2, right?
Yeah, top 2 for sure.
Top 2.
Nicaragua, Dominican Republic.
Right. So Nicaragua is still number 1, Dominican Republic still number 2, but the Dominican gained a lot of ground this year.
No kidding.
Getting closer.
Wow.
And they're attributing that to some of the unrest that they had in Nicaragua earlier last year or something. Maybe it's something to do with it.
Yep.
But they're like neck and neck. Next year you could see it flip, depending on with that. But the other 3 surprised me. So number 3,
got to be Honduras.
Honduras, right?
Okay.
Which is acceptable. Now number 4 and 5, would have never thought.
Let's say Mexico.
Mexico, first time it's not on the list in the top 5. So
Costa Rica.
Number 4 is Costa Rica.
Yep.
And that probably has a lot to do with Atabay, Nelson Alfonso's products coming out of Costa Rica, right?
Yep.
And how about number 5, which actually, because Mexico was always number 5 for years now.
Right.
Number 5, the Philippines.
Really?
Number 5 was the Philippines for premium cigars.
Wow.
Now, and I was going through my head in our humidor and whatever, and I'm thinking, what the hell? I don't think we have anything from the Philippines.
Not that I know.
Made or manufactured there. But they were the number 5 for 2023.
I'm shocked at that.
Right? Me too. I thought
I'm not shocked at Costa Rica. I thought Mexico would be in there, but
no.
Wow.
But Mexico will probably be back in there next year because of Tiamo's back.
Makes a big difference.
Big difference.
Yeah.
So I'm sure next year Mexico will be back on that list.
Yeah.
But anyway, there are a little bit of tidbits, new cigars, some useless information.
Yeah. And it's baseball season.
Baseball
so let's get ready to rumble here.
Let's go.
So see you next time.
Take care.